So many questions have been answered. Welcome back, laddies. My name is Josh, and oh, darling in the Franxx, vindication. I hope I'm using that word right. Oh, last episode was a flashback episode. We got to see like Dr. Franxx in his prime when he wasn't a cyborg. It was like I would say 60 years ago. I'm not quite entirely sure when the show takes place, but since he's not immortal, that's right, immortal. Since he's not immortal, and I'm guessing right from his how much he shrunk, his hair color, I'd say it's like about 60 to 50 years from the flashback, from the beginning of the flashback that we are right now. And man, so much stuff happened last episode. There's a lot of information, a lot of good theory crafting I went over. So if you're interested in that, check out the discussion part of last episode. There's going to be a card to a playlist of all the Darling in the Franxx videos in the beginning of this video. But yeah, I mean, so Dr. Franxx, we got to see his perspective on how the entire world changed. Immortality changed everything because of the magma fuel. We got to see the Klaxosaur uprising, why the children were cloned, and in the end, Squad 13, they asked the upper echelon, they asked Papa, can you please return the memories of Mitsuru and Kokodo? They said no, they can't. It's impossible. But, so the children asked, oh, okay, so we want to leave now. When we're done, we're done. Papa's like, oh, for sure, trust us. This next mission, you can retire peacefully. And Hirdo said something kind of ominous. He's like, okay, 02, we've decided. So it sounds like they have a plan in place to defy Papa. What is that plan? I don't know. Do they trust Papa? Do they trust him on his word? I certainly don't. So let's see if this episode, if their plan comes to fruition and they're able to like get away safely, or if something else happens. I don't know. So that if you want to see the reaction, hit the links down in the description below. Because of YouTube's copyright system, we can't post reactions on YouTube without the channel in threat of being, well, deleted. So yeah, links down below to the reaction, then come back for the discussion because it is ramping up. 5 episodes left, including this one, so let's see where this takes us, lads. What did they just watch? So, stuff happened. Okay, by the time this comes out, the answer probably would have... I'm probably done with the series, and the answer may or may not have been answered, but I would still like to know. Was I wrong thinking that this was Earth? Is this an alien planet? Because I feel like the guy, like what is happening right now? So I feel like the Papa was like, oh, we'll just have to return to our world. So is it like, you know, we have the flashbacks with Dr. Franxx? Could it be that the apes invade? No, that's not right. What the heck just happened? So Verm is this alien race, I guess, that is connected to ape, and 2 of the ape guys turn into energy, and like I said, they probably like planted a bomb or something to detonate 02 Sterlitzia. It's a big bomb. And not only is it going to detonate 02, or not 02, it's going to detonate Sterlitzia, it's going to detonate the planet, which would lead to the consumption of all of the energy on the planet. So ape is a energy, like, of course it's like energy based, but like, so are they like energy consumptionists? Did they go from planet to planet invading to get more energy? What was the whole spaceship stuff? Like, what was like with all like the purple stuff in the spaceships? And like all those like little purple guys. I'm so lost for words right now. Like, I have some things that actually make sense that I can talk about. Then there's the whole big thing that I can't wrap my head around. So hopefully the next 4 episodes do a better job at like helping me. I feel like this episode was, you know, you're supposed to go like, WTF? What is on my screen right now, and why do I like it? So I'm very confused in the best way possible. What just happened? Like, the whole thing with Papa being up in space, they're in like that thing around, for lack of a better term, Earth right now. They're in like that thing, they're observing it from an untouchable place. So if I was the Klaxosaur princess, I would have, instead of shooting the big ship, I would have just taken down Papa. Just blow it up with your big old laser. Though I don't know what that would have done to the Earth. But yeah, the Klaxosaur princess keeps saying that they're invaders, they're human wannabes, they're not supposed to be there. It makes me think that this isn't Earth. We've been through a cycle. But Dr. Franxx is still alive. So maybe they like repressed his memory. Like, I feel like if this were to happen in Dr. Franxx's timeline, that's way too much. Like, that's way too, like, space travel, invading an Earth. So maybe hundreds and hundreds of years ago, the ape came, invaded, everyone kind of started living, you know, it got to the point like they forgot there was like this war and stuff. Because the Klaxosaur said like we had to run, we had to retreat underground, prepare for when they would show themselves again. Like, what the? I don't even know what I'm theorizing at this point. It's gotten to the point where I just need an answer now. I don't think you can theorize like the backstory of what just occurred with the information that we have. I could just be dumb. That is also a very big possibility. Klaxosaur. So the Klaxosaurs are also magma. So like the Klaxosaur, they split into 2 beings. One of them being like the magma energy that they're building, like that they're taking. So that's why it's not just a food source. I suspected they were for food sources, but no, it seems like they're taking the Klaxosaurs that evolved into magma. They're taking that as a fuel source, thus killing them. Like, is the magma alive? Is it sentient? And then the Klaxosaurs that we've been fighting this entire time, they are kind of mindless, and they have a female Klaxosaur, Klaxosapien, I believe what they're called. They have a female Klaxosapien, they have a male Klaxosapien. Very much like the Franxxes, because they're like the Franxxes are based off of that. So much so that it is stolen technology that helped build the Franxxes, which I thought that they were man-made, but technically they are man-made, but I thought they were like man-made in the sense of like, yeah, just got a whole bunch of metal, but no. They are built from the corpses of Klaxosaurs. That is dark. And I'm just so confused. Not confused, but I'm just like so curious in the sense, like, how sentient are Klaxosaurs? Because they said that I believe they said the merged ones lost all forms of communication. Like, they're not really, like, they're more like animals instead of people, in the sense of like, I don't like, that's what I took it as. I could be mistaken. And then the magma is the higher life form, I guess. But yeah, so basically Verm has been like mining Klaxosaurs for energy, resources. They kept everyone in the dark about it, of course. Well, they kept all the children in the dark about it. I thought for sure Dr. Franxx and the bald guy were goners. At least the bald guy. But yeah, I thought that the female the Klaxosaur princess was gonna kill him. She let him live. I suppose, to see the ultimate downfall of humanity. And Dr. Franxx, he said it in the beginning. He said he's no longer interested in what humanity had to offer. So that's why he's so gung-ho about, oh, please let me pilot with you. Please let me pilot with you to the Claxor Princess. Like, he's not interested in humanity's goal anymore, or humanity's like their line anymore. He is just like, he wants to see something beautiful, and the Claxor Princess can give it to them. And she awakened the Star Entity, which is a gigantic spider, half Claxosaur thing that shot a big old blue laser into space to fight Verm. And yeah, I really don't know what to say when it comes to Verm and stuff. Like, there's just so much. This is kind of what I was afraid of, in the sense of, like, there's so little episodes left. We just got dumped a ton of information, a lot of lore, in not a lot of time. I'm kind of lost. I probably need to, like, rewatch that segment. Man, editing that is going to be so helpful to understand. But yeah, I'm going to probably need to rewatch that segment in entirety, because, like, it's I don't know. I hope next episode, or like the next 4 episodes, help explain it. Help give more lore, because Hiro is trapped inside with the Claxor Princess, so maybe she can enlighten him in what just happened. We're gonna need another flashback episode. So, like, you know, Hiro can go like, hey, okay, so, like, since we're stuck in here, and you're like, yeah, you're gonna just suck the life out of me. So if I'm gonna die, like, can you at least let me die knowing what is happening, please? So I'm sure Hiro is gonna understand what just happened. I'm very interested in Zorome right now, because he's the one that's, like, the furthest gone with Papa. Like, he's drunk the most Kool-Aid, and this is a big revelation. And I don't know if they heard it. I don't know if everyone heard it, but, like, they're gonna, like, oh no, I think Ichigo heard it, or maybe she's just like, oh no, Hiro is in there, and Zero too. But I think everyone heard that they're gonna blow up the planet. So I wonder what Zorome is gonna do, like, what his reaction is gonna be like. They betrayed us. Like, this was Papa. He betrayed us. How could this happen? He's not, like, this isn't the way. But yeah, I'm not sure how it's gonna go. Hiro and Zero Two's promise, though, that was, I don't know why, that was cool. Like, what if we get separated? Then I'll find you. Such a simple answer. Such a great answer. And now Zero Two's the one that needs to find him. And I started off the series not really caring about Zero Two. I didn't really like her. And still, I kind of have some problems with her. Mostly, like, her mood flips on and off very quickly. She's very inconsistent, but that inconsistency is her character. So by being inconsistent, it is being consistent. But ever since she and Hiro, like, merged their memories, she found her darling, she's been a lot more bearable to watch. And man, I cannot wait to see what she's gonna do to get her darling back from the Claxor Princess. I made an assumption this episode. I can finally talk about. Okay, so put Zero Two in the core. That's not gonna happen because she's not in there. But okay, the last few things I have written down is, so I made a prediction during the episode. Like, I feel like we're gonna lose Futoshi and Ikino, mostly Futoshi, because he's been the one that's, like, pushing Kokoro and Mitsuru together, because he loves Kokoro so much. He wants her to be happy, and he never saw her happier than she was with Mitsuru. So I feel like by pushing them together, making them ride in the same Franxx, he's good. Like, you know, like, since they don't remember, they're gonna like not be as capable maybe of doing it. But they were pretty competent. They were pretty good on the field. But I made an assumption that they would, like, freeze up, or something would happen, and Futoshi would step in, sacrifice himself to save their love, and to give them more time to find out what happened to each of them. Luckily, it did not happen. You can't lose the bros. But Mitsuru Mitsuru said her name. He's gonna, thank you, Zero. thank you, Kokudo. And that caused him a big pain. So either by saying her name, that invokes a bunch of memories, and that's what's causing him pain. Like he's getting like all these, because he has like they implemented memories, so he has contradicting memories. So that could be what causing the pain. He's like, I have 2 memories right now. One's flooding in. It seems right, but this is what I've always known, which is that the memories have been implemented. Or it could be as a failsafe in case the memories do start popping back. But Papa and the others, they like implemented this thing like, oh, if he says these choice words, like if he says Kokudo, if he says like baby or something like that, then he's going to be flushed with a wave of pain to deter him from saying any more of this and from going on the path of remembering. I think it's mostly the former now that I'm talking about it. Like he's getting these waves of memories back like Hiro did when he and Zero Two merged. And then the big thing, or not big, it seems very small in comparison to now, but for the characters, for me, Kokudo is most likely pregnant. She's eating, she went to go throw up. They said it's been happening often. When they were talking, when the Nines, God, I hate them. When the Nines were talking to Zero Two, Zero Two was saying like, oh, these squad mates, they're stronger than you know. They are the path of the future. And the camera angle was like focusing on Kokudo, like on her stomach. Baby Kokudo and Mitsure. Why did I? Baby, maybe. I don't know. I think it's very clear that they're pregnant, but I don't know. The Nines, I still want to punch them in the face. They still seem not to know what the Papa plan was. They seem to be like mostly just drinking the Kool-Aid too. So even the most powerful soldiers, they don't tell anything. And the reason why Zero Two is so pregnant, the reason why she's so powerful, why she's so prevalent, is because she's the clone of 001, which is the Klaxosaur princess. And I believe she's the last Klaxosapien in this, like she's the last of her kind that's like humanoid, because we haven't seen any more around like with her. She detests 02. I thought she was going to go for 02, like, you know, yes, the perfect partner for me. But she went for Hiro because 02 is the fake. She's like the fake half human, half Klaxosaur, the genetically altered. Hiro is the organically genetically altered. Like, yes, his genetics were changed. He's not actually half. He's not like by birth half Klaxosaur, half human. He's a clone of a human. But through 02 and some kind of process, he's now half Klaxosaur, which makes him the real organically done, not genetically experimented on. Which, it's a twist, but I think I saw it coming, but in a good way. Like, I'm like, oh, she's gonna go after Hiro, isn't she? She's not there for 02. Which I like. I like that 02 has to go save Hiro. So I don't know what the next 4 episodes are going to be. We are in the end game. Lads, if you enjoyed this, be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Leave a comment down below. I'm actually very curious. After watching Gurren Lagann, I found out that it was an anime original. Very much like Evangelion. I'm not sure. Well, I do know that Darling in the Franxx has a manga. What came first? I'm fairly certain the manga came first, but it'd be interesting if the anime came first as well. So leave down in the comments below like that little tidbit of information. I promise I won't Google it. I'll wait for the video to come up, and then you lads can let me know. But yeah, lads, we're wrapping up the series. We're getting into some cosmic stuff very quickly. So if you're interested to see my reactions and theorizing for all that, and my ultimate final review of the series for episode 24, you know, stick around and I'll see you in the next one.